Welcome back to Stock Talk Trades. We are covering Bitcoin. We're on the daily chart. But before we get into this, let's talk about how you guys can help me and how you guys can help the channel. All you got to do is subscribe. And if you want, comment and like this video. It helps me out and I continue to make content for you guys. We hit 400 subscribers 2 days ago. Thank you so much. That was awesome. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And hopefully we'll be able to get that by the end of June. That's my goal, is to get 600 subscribers by the end of June. So we have 1 month to get 600 subscribers. I know we can do it. I just got to keep consistent and, I got to make some good content. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been absolutely falling. So I'm going to go ahead and take some retracements to see where we could pull back to. So again, to be considered not in a downtrend, I want it to break above this $48,000 level and actually hold this level because it's the 50% mark. So again, since I used the Fibonacci retracements in a downtrend, since I brought it from the top to the bottom, so that's in a downtrend. If we find resistance on the 50%, we will continue to go down to the next 50% mark. And how you can find that is actually using the trend-based Fibonacci extensions. Boom. And that's actually bringing it down way farther because it's not logarithmic. And that brings it right down to that $12,000 level. So let's go ahead and try. What will it happen if I don't do a logarithmic scale? I think the same thing will happen, I guess. I haven't really messed around with the differences between it. Yeah, it brings it down to that $12,000 range. And I do believe Bitcoin in the next bear market will come down and hit that $12,000 range. And even if it does, it's still going to be above that $4,000, still 3x from last year. So even if it does come down to that 12,000, I'm not worried about it at all. So ideally, but again, we got to break that $48,000 level, which is around right here. Ideally, we break above it and then continue to push. Because then if we actually break above it, let's say so for short term, we break above it and we do it, maybe find support before we actually continue up. Then we're above this 200 SMA, this 21 EMA will turn around. This 50 SMA will get crossed by this 21 EMA. So we're very bullish. And this will continue to push up and not actually cross this 200 SMA. So ideally, the 20 EMA is above the 50, and the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA. And that will give us a good price target to 60,000 and then to that 65,000 all-time high. So let's continue. Let's go ahead and take a peek at a longer time frame, see what could happen. On the weekly chart, oops, didn't want to create an alert. On the weekly chart, we actually did pull back to this 50% level of $34. So that's a swing low to the swing high. $34,000, excuse me. But that's a good that we are on the overall trend. We are hitting that, and we did kind of respect it. Ideally, we want to wait for these next few weeks to actually maybe bounce off of this or continue to push up. Because again, I want it to kind of really bounce in between these levels of that 50% in order for this 21 EMA to almost squeeze, or this 50 SMA to almost squeeze out this between the 21 EMA. And then if we go ahead and take Fibonacci retracements, if we do respect the Fibonacci's, we can go ahead and we will most likely see a target of that $96,000 or $97,000. So that is exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I hoped. We do have this right here. So again, then we're going to go ahead and look at a daily chart. Again, so it is above that. We go ahead and move these to a input and 1 week. We can go ahead and make sure that we are seeing the same as what the week again. So this is the Fibonacci level, and this is where we are. I want it to continue to just bounce in and out between these, maybe find resistance on that 21 EMA, and or maybe building up so this 50 SMA can eventually squeeze it and pop this out before we hit that our next support level or resistance levels. But if not, our next support level would be there'd be some at 25,000. Yeah, some at 25,000 there, and then more at 20,000. So you could definitely see it pulling all the way back to 20,000, if not even more. So you always just got to be careful, and if you're trying to invest, it doesn't really matter because you're going long term. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Helps with the channel, and you can stay up to date on your favorite cryptos. Love y'all. Peace.